me.
So we're coming to the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020, and exactly by midnight we'll all be shouting Happy New Year! So here is my top 10 movies of 2019. So we've had so many good movies this year. We've had Joker, Vice, Yesterday, Avengers Endgame, Shazam. There's so many great films out that's been absolutely brilliant. So here's my top. So at number 10, we have Knives Out. This is a criminology film based on the books of Agatha Christie. A rich owner is murdered inside his house and they don't know who's done it. So Daniel Craig plays an American sea detective that's trying to find out what's happened to him. All of them are culprits. It's like a murder mystery type Cluedo game and you just don't know what's going to happen. He's interviewing each suspect, finding out who's done it. And within the storyline, number 9, we have Stan and Ollie. Oliver Hardy and Stan Laurel. You know these guys. They're the comedy duo of the century. They're hilarious. You know, they were the most funniest guys you've ever seen on TV, especially known for slapstick comedy, which you probably know about. And within this film, you learn about their relationship, their argument, and what happened during their final tour. The depth is great. The chemistry between John C. Reilly and Steve Coogan is amazing. You really do feel their chemistry as Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy. They look very similar to the originals. And it's absolutely fantastic. And then it's absolutely fantastic how that works. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So that's definitely going to be my number 9. At number 8, we have the story of Vice. The Vice President. This is the story of George W. Bush and when he hired and helped out with becoming President of the United States. I can't really go into much detail because I don't want to spoil much about it, but it's about the conspiracy of the White House and what happened during George W. Bush's election. And within the film, it is brilliant. Amy Adams is amazing, Sam Rockwell is amazing, and Christian Bale is fun. You can really hear about the conspiracies of the White House. Did he actually get elected by popularity, or was he scammed? So that's what it's to say. It's about the conspiracy that everyone's been talking about. And if you're a big fan of American conspiracies, then you'll love it. It's a great film. At number 7, we have Toy Story 4. This is the end of Buzz and Woody. And I really enjoyed this because, you know, it was a really good farewell. And you will cry, because my brother did. My brother was in tears when he watched this film.
I was.
Saying goodbye to Buzz and Woody. He's in the room, can you tell? I lost my place now.
Toy Story 4.
Thank you. They're rescuing Forky and they run into Bo Peep and then they find these really freaky dolls. It's very good, this film. It's fantastic. The storyline's brilliant. The cast are amazing. And can I have to admit, those dolly dummies are a bit freaky. Even my brother said, yeah, they were creepy. Number 6, we have Glass. A fantastic superhero film. After Unbreakable and Split, we now have Glass. This is the 3rd installment of the 3rd. Back, the Green Hood is back, and of course, the Beast has returned. They're both in it. Well, obviously, you know about the film. They're in a mental asylum. They're trying to convince them they're not superheroes. It's brilliant. The fact that the twists of this film is fantastic. The secrets this film holds is great. The action is fantastic. I love how Mr. Glass makes this brilliant revenge. And everyone thinks, oh, he's actually disabled in this. You can't really see him. But no. He plans this massive, huge fight between the Beast and the hero to prove that superheroes exist. And the twist of it and the whole believability. The film makes you believe that they're not actual superheroes. 5, we have Green Book. Now, this is a story of Dr. Sims. He is a piano player. And you hear about a tour. When he goes on tour with Tony, who used to work at the Casablanca, they go on a tour, well, basically his song tour. What I love about this film is you get to hear about race. Because back in this film, even if he was a popular singer, he was discriminated all over. He had to stick to a specific book of the places only black people were around. And if he stepped foot in a white restaurant, he was thrown out and beaten up. That's history, that I don't know. And worry about what's going on. And it's hard to think about it because this is how it was. And you see in detail how he reacts to people. reacts to the situation that he's in, and you worry about what he's going through. And he goes through a lot. There's a lot of stuff that he goes through in this. It's heartbreaking. The chemistry between the two actors are amazing. You go on a real journey about real people reacting to colour. Coloured people were disrespected, disregarded, not seen as people. And that film is all about race, clashes of race, and goes into detail about this. Was during this racial movement. It was during this, and it's fantastic. So that's at 5. And number 4, we have Yesterday. Now, Yesterday is a film about a singer, basically. Now, Hamish Patel plays Jake Malik. Now, he, for some reason, we don't know why, but everybody's forgotten the Beatles. Nobody knows who Ringo is. Nobody knows who John is. Nobody knows who Paul McCartney is. Everyone's wondering who the hell the film. He starts to rewrite the Beatles songs. And the songs that he remembers, and he's the only guy that can remember the Beatles. It's funny, it's moving, and I'll tell you something. His chemistry with Lily James, who plays Ellie in it, it's fantastic. It's a beautiful film. It's a beautiful story. The songs are great, and what a singer Hamish is. I've never heard him sing before, but I want to hear him sing again. It's fantastic. At 3, you've got Bohemian Rhapsody. Now he wanted to do this, so I'm going to let him. Daniel? So Bohemian Rhapsody is at number 3, and Daniel wants to do this. Go on.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Calling a landslide, no escape from reality. Cue Sam.
Open your eyes, looking up to the skies and see. Anyway, so yeah, the reason I want to do this because he's a massive fan of Queen, and he absolutely loved the film, didn't you?
Yes.
Bohemian Rhapsody was fantastic. Rami Malek plays Freddie Mercury. The story goes into basically his life and what he went through. Everything Freddie went through within his life and his problems. You know, him dealing with the fact that he's homosexual. That's what the film was all about. That's what the film was all about. It was all about him dealing with it and accepting it. And for even married to try and convince people, oh yeah, I'm not gay. Well, in fact, he was, but it was hard for him to come out at that time. He was seen as a sex symbol at sometimes. That's what mostly this film is about. But it also goes into the music and how they created one of the best selling tracks of all time. And it is. Everybody does it. Every time it comes out, everyone just starts singing it.
It is.
And it just goes into all the details about the tour and the band. Absolutely brilliant. You've got Ben Hardy, who plays Roger, and you've got Gwelyn Lee as plays Brian May, who's actually Brian May's son, which you loved, didn't you?
Yeah, that is like shocking.
Because he looked so much like his dad. It was insane.
Yeah, even I can't believe he even got the same haircut.
I know.
It's just
I know.
like crazy.
It was mad. Rami Malek was fantastic. When Daniel heard him sing, oh, he was shocked, weren't you?
You know, or he could have just got a wig to match the haircut.
He could have got a wig to match the haircut. I agree with that. But it's but it was amazing. If you compare the photos of Freddie at Live Aid and Rami Malek, oh, you know what? It's insane. It's weird, but it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So obviously, go see Bohemian Rhapsody. That's obviously brilliant. And at number 2, he's here as well because at number 2, I had to put this in. Avengers Endgame. This was the final conclusion and the most heartbreaking. Obviously, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to give too many spoilers away.
Best movie ever!
Yeah, he loved it. Absolutely loved it. This is the fight for Thanos. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to fight back. Tony, Captain America, Natasha, Bruce, Hawkeye. They are all fighting for. They are all fighting for the chance to undo what Thanos has done.
So remember in Infinity War, he snapped his fingers and made everyone disappear. But in Endgame, they are trying to stop that. So
yeah, and basically after that, everything's vanished. It's so weird, especially when you watch it because it's called The Empty Earth. Danny was a bit freaked out when he saw the photos.
yeah, and especially when Hawkeye lost his family, that was sad.
I know, innit? That's so crazy.
When they just use it.
Obviously, we're not going to say too much about this because it's spoilers, but I'll tell you something. There was one massive scene, one brilliant scene that we will not talk about, but he loved, without going too much detail, he loved. And it's absolutely fantastic. The cast is brilliant. You will cry. Everyone does. I promise you, you will, because it's amazing, okay? It's brilliant. Special facts are great. Storyline is great. All your Marvel hints, Marvel Easter eggs, characters are brilliant, CGI incredible, and emotionally in-depth. It so is. It's brilliant.
I hate being short. I'm just stand up.
It's absolutely brilliant. But that's Daniel's edition. Thank you very much for joining me for this part.
Goodbye.
Bye. So, my big final movie for 2019 is, drumroll please, Joker! Joker, wow, Joaquin Phoenix really absolutely blew our minds this year as the Joker. Let me explain something to you. He is exactly like Heath Ledger, with craziness and psycho tendencies. This film is all about how the world turned him into the Joker. This film is all about how the world turned him into the Joker. He's insane, absolutely insane in it. What's really clever about this film, it's really quiet, it builds up, it's really quiet, it builds up, and it just builds up to a climax moment that shocks you. And there's a couple of scenes in it that's absolutely brilliant. Arthur Fleck's personality is scary. He's insane, and you can so tell through whatever thing he goes through. It's about how he became a Joker. That's what the film's about. How he's looking after his mum, and what happens to him and society. In society, what he deals with. The camera is very clever, and the direction's clever because you see it from the Joker's point of view, and it makes you feel very sorry for him, which is weird because he's the Joker. But Joaquin is incredible. Absolutely, by far, incredible. The imagery is amazing. The camera shots are brilliant. The chemistry between Arthur and Robert De Niro, who plays Murray, is fantastic because the Murray Show is what he watches. And as you can probably guess from the trailer, that's what he appears on. He thinks he's a comedian, basically. He wants to be a comedian. And he's got this illness that he laughs medically out of control. And that's what it is, really. It's fantastic. Murray's played by Robert De Niro. So, yeah, Joker is the film of the year. It's incredible. From the tendencies and psycho tendencies of Arthur Fleck to his storyline, to his to society and how they feel towards him. It's incredible. Joker's fantastic. So that's my big movie for 2019. Coming up for 2020, we have the following. Bond 25, The Return of Daniel Craig. Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn. Doctor Dolittle. Doctor Dolittle. Eternals, Black Widow. Honestly, this film is brilliant. You've also got, next year, Tom Hardy is taking on the role as the scariest, nastiest psychopath everyone's ever seen. The insane Al Capone. We are finally seeing it, and what an actor to choose for it. I cannot wait for this. It's going to be absolutely incredible. You've also got Tom Hanks, who plays Mr. Rogers in A Beautiful Day, and I can't wait to see that because that's going to be brilliant. I'm really looking forward to that. I really am. And they've got so many other films coming out as well. There's also some top secret things that they're doing. Another Terminator. There's some secrets of the box office that I'll share with you now. They're doing a Hercules starring Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth, which is going to be interesting. Chris Hemsworth playing Zeus, Tom Hiddleston is playing Hades, and within it, it's very well done. So yeah, it's going to be a great 2020. But that's it. That's my top 10 of 2019. Thanks for watching, guys. Have you had a good 2019? Let me know what your top 10 are. Put them below my video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great 2020. Happy New Year to you all. And I will see you next year in my next beginning movie review. Have a great New Year.